Welcome back. Once again, we've got a very black guitar to review, but this might be the blackest guitar I've ever seen, even blacker than the 7-string Iceman, and it belongs to my good friend Will. Thanks for letting me borrow this. This is the Ibanez Ziphos. I think I'm saying that right, and if I'm not, too bad. I didn't think I liked spiky guitars. I was wrong. So as I said, this is the Ibanez Ziphos, named after a sword. This is a weapon of a guitar. It's so good in so many ways, some of which I expected and some of which I absolutely did not. So let's talk about it. We've got a Wizard 3 neck. It's a 5-piece neck, maple and walnut. Not that you know, because it's black. We've got an Okome body. It's black. We've got an ebony fretboard. It's black. We've got lumen lace side dots as well. They're not black. If they were black, they wouldn't do their job. And we've got 24 jumbo frets on a 25.5-inch scale with a 400mm radius, which is about 15.8 inches. And once again, I'm asking Ibanez to just stop putting millimeters on your website. Just use inches for things. Inches is what we use. It's just like when you measure your... Nah, I probably shouldn't say that, eh? There's certain things that you only ever measure in inches. Guitar scale length and radius are just one of those things. Anyway, let's play a little bit more. There's going to be only fast playing today. There's going to be no clean tones. If you're offended by any of my very stereotypical riffs, too bad. So before we get into talking about the hardware of this guitar, which is rock solid, I mentioned at the start of this video, historically I haven't been super into spiky guitars. And I think a lot of that is based on the fact that I thought they were uncomfortable. And this guitar has shattered my perceptions of what a spiky guitar feels like. So it doesn't have too much going on in the way of beveling. We've just got on the back, just a nice angle across here. And on the front, nice bevel on this edge, nice little one at the bottom that doesn't really do very much. But I tell you what, you just put this thing on your lap and it just sits there. And then you put your arm on here, it sits just right. And I am blown away by how ergonomic this thing is, in spite of the fact that it looks like you could maybe stab all of your bandmates at the same time with this guitar. So that's really cool. Anyway, let's talk about hardware. We've got a locking nut, obviously. We've got Goto tuners. We've got an Ibanez Edge 02 bridge, volume knob, tone knob, 3-way switch. Nothing spectacular going on there. And these two humbuckers are Damasio deactivators. These could well be the most useful humbuckers that exist for making metal in a modern context. They just kind of do everything well. If you don't believe me, get some and put them in a guitar that you like, you'll probably like it even more. As I was saying, my mate Will, who owns this guitar, his band always wants to use this for recording, because after you play this, things just don't sound quite as good in comparison. And for me, my opinion is most of that comes from the pickups when it's an electric guitar, so you do the math. Deactivators are great. Let's play a little bit more. We might actually play some lead stuff, put it on the neck pickup for some variety, and see where we get to. Alright, we're gonna pray that one of those takes was good enough because my sweeping's not up to scratch at the moment. But let me give my verdict on this guitar. It's fantastic. If I wanted a death metal type guitar, this is basically perfect. The only thing for me that I'm not a fan of with this is that it's got a floating bridge, but even then, man, it feels so stable. I don't think anyone I know who plays metal would not be into this guitar. It is so good. The pickups, fantastic. You don't have to worry about upgrading them. The feel of the neck, really, really nice. Not as super thin as like the RG 550s, I don't think. The body shape looks crazy aggressive. Somehow it's still comfortable. The strap buttons are in funky locations. I don't really have any downsides with this guitar. Actually, I just thought of one. It probably doesn't fit in a hard case, but it comes with a gig bag. So thanks again to Will for letting me borrow this guitar. It's nice to have cool friends who let you borrow their instruments to review them. If you want to buy one of these, go find one. I don't know where they are. I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm going to play a little bit slower and more soulful to reward myself from all the... Nah, I'm not.